Okay, hello folks. My name is John. Today I want to give my testimonial or review for the Ultimate Etsy course. Now, to be transparent and straight up front here, this is not going to be a positive review. Okay, if you want a positive review, you can go to YouTube, search for testimonial Ultimate Etsy course, and you'll find other points of view. Okay. Um, when I went to start creating this video, it made me think about um, what is it I'm trying to accomplish, right? So, what I'm not trying to accomplish is to harm the Ultimate Etsy people in any way, all right? They're a company with a team of people, millions of dollars behind them. One guy with his little videos is not going to affect them one way or another. So there's no part of this in trying to harm them or do something to them because it just isn't in the realm of being reasonable. So what am I trying to accomplish if not that? Well, I want to express what my experience was, and I want to impart some of the lessons and information that I wish I would have had before I got involved with that whole coaching business. So that's really what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create something that will help consumers like you as you move forward. Okay. So let's let's take this a step further. I'd like to point out that a place like the Ultimate Etsy course, they like I mentioned, they have a team of people. They have millions of dollars. They have a professional spokesperson who is the face of all their videos. They can use this team to create narratives to sell things in the way that they want. Whereas I'm just one guy. Okay, I'm just one guy. I shoot the video, I edit it, I post it. It's just me and my opinion. So I don't have years of experience in front of a camera. I don't have years of experience in marketing and all these other fancy things that they would provide. Okay, but what I do have is my journey through this process. And the things that I learned and the information that maybe would help you in your journey. Okay. So let's start off by talking about the sales call with the Ultimate Etsy course. The sales call was about an hour long. It might have been a little bit longer than an hour. And it wasn't until pretty much the end of the sales call that they disclosed to me the cost of the Ultimate Etsy course. And so, as to not string you along and just to let you know right now up front, the cost of the Ultimate Etsy course is $15,000. Now, I don't know you. I don't know what your situation is. I can only speak for me. And in my little world, $15,000 is a huge expense. And to find myself in this place of paying 15 grand for something that I gotten no value from is quite a burden to carry. And so I'm hoping that telling you about my mistakes and my journey and giving you information I wish I would have had will help you get to better outcome than me. Okay? Um, so yeah, $15,000 for this. When they finally disclosed it to me, I was taken aback. I said I need to think about this, and it was interesting because they knew this kind of thing was coming, and they just immediately switched gears. And the way they set it up was through this call, they're selling me this thing called the Ultimate Etsy course, right? And on the tail end, they're adding this little bit as a bonus. When I said that I need to think about it, they went, whoa, think about this. You hang up now, you're going to lose this extra bit. And they did it in such a way that you feel a sense of loss or maybe of being left out. And it was well sold, and I fell for it, and that's my fault. I got to own that. I tried to resolve this with them, and that's something I'll talk about in subsequent videos. But in any case, now you know the cost is 15 grand right up front. That's going to help you formulate your questions and concerns and kind of help you know that when they come to this point of 15 grand, that you won't be as taken aback as I was. And ultimately, I hope it'll help you make a good decision, whether you accept their terms or not. Okay. Um, in going through this, and wanting to talk about the cost, it made me think about the Moroni sticker. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with the Moroni sticker, let me summarize quickly. Back in the late 1950s, federal law was created that forced car dealerships to put a sticker on every single car. So you've seen this. You've gone to car dealerships and you see all the stickers on every single car. Those are called the Moroni sticker. And by federal law, they are required to provide critical information about that car. So that might be make, model, year, mileage, the options that are in that car, and most importantly, what the suggested manufacturer's retail cost is. And they were forced to do this through law because so many people were taken advantage of and were forced to pay more than the car was worth, or found themselves faced with extra things added onto the cost that they didn't know about. And it was a chronic problem. That's why they created this law. Now, how this dovetails with the Ultimate Etsy course is that in this world of YouTube online coaching, there doesn't seem to be any guardrails like something equivalent to the Moroni sticker. And that creates problems for us, the consumers. Now, I'm not saying that the Ultimate Etsy course or any other coaching course is ripping us off or stealing or breaking the law or there's anything like that, okay? What I am saying is it gives them this gray area to operate in. And it allows them to do things like go an hour into a sales call before they disclose the cost to you. Now, I have problems with that because with any other product, whether it's a car or electronics or whatever, fast food, the cost is always disclosed right up front. Right up front. You don't need to guess or worry or wonder. And it just, in my mind, for any company to hide the cost of their product for so long is problematic, okay? So, in my mind, any of us should be able to go to Google and search cost, Ultimate Etsy course, and get a response of $15,000. That should be given. If there isn't a Google search that answers that or a website that quickly answers that, or if they don't disclose that within the first, let's say, minute of their sales call, that should be a red flag for me, you, any other consumer. So that's the first thing that I'm giving to you to think about when you get involved in this world of online coaching, okay, is they should be honest enough to just provide that information right up front. And if they hide it, you need to think more deeply about this product, okay? So there you go. You can take it for what it's worth. You can still make that call, that sales call. You'll just be in a better place to ask the right questions and think about this more clearly. For me, if I would have known the cost before that sales call, I would have never taken the sales call to begin with. It just, when I sit down in the quiet of my own home without pressure and think about that, it just doesn't add up for me, the cost versus value, all right? But it could be different for you, and I don't want to discourage you to work with that company, okay, in any way. What I do want to do is give you information I wish I would have had to begin with. So there you go. That's the first topic that I want to bring up about the Ultimate Etsy course and online coaching in general. You'll notice down below I've turned off comments. I don't want this video or any other video I post to become a touchstone for pro or con online coaching or any of these companies. I don't want to receive praise or ridicule from my point of view. I just want to disclose what my journey was, what I learned, and here's some information that might help you as you go down this road as well. So there you go. If this was helpful, please, subscribe, and you'll get notified on subsequent videos. And then maybe we can help each other as consumers as we go forward. Okay? So thanks for listening. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.